readings a month already. Plus I do general weeklies, dailies, new moon, full moon. I do, and Venus readings. I do so much readings that I feel breaking them down into like single or just like if you're hung up on an X, like it's redundant information that's already come out in like all the other readings that I've done for each sign for the month. So what I'm going to do for you guys, since you guys would like something for super singles, is I'm going to start putting this video out each month where this is an interactive tarot video. So this is for all signs. We're going to do 3 different readings. You're going to decide which one is most has the messages for you. Now, I'm not telling you to sit through each one. Literally, you know, that would just suck, right? So put it out to the universe. Say, universe, I am single as F-U-C-K, exclamation point, times 5, right? And when is that going to change for me? What do I need to do? Which one of these stories, these tarot readings, is for me? So tarot reading 1, tarot reading 2, or tarot reading 3? Which one is going to speak most to your situation? Okay? Aw, because look, you guys are exhausted. You want some loving. Weary, fatigued, drained. Aw, I'm sending you guys some love. But what I'm going to do is kind of start this off so you can see where, you know, you're feeling most led. Reading 1, reading 2, reading 3. And so after I pull these first 3 cards, go ahead and click the timestamp below. I'll start with reading 1, obviously, but if it's reading 2 or reading 3, then click the timestamp. So let's see what comes out. So this is for those of you for reading 1, reading 2, reading 3. Decide which you are feeling most drawn to, okay? And I will go ahead and start with reading 1. So click the timestamp if it's 2 or 3 that you are interested in. So those super singles who were most attracted to the first reading, we have ashamed, unworthy, disgraced, humiliated. This is the question I asked the universe. What is the primary emotion standing in between this person and love, romantic love? What is the primary emotion that exists within them that creates a barrier between them and romantic love? And we have unworthy, disgraced, humiliated. So, big time, whether you want to admit to it or not, this is saying that you don't feel, in some level of your being, worthy of the kind of love that you're truly desiring. So there's a conflict of vibration within you. There is the, I want love, I deserve love, but then there's the, I'm not good enough. Who would want me? You know, right? So this is what stands in the way, the primary emotion that exists inside of you. And, you know, we see a child here and like this mother energy. So to me, I feel for some of you, this is very deep rooted, that stems from childhood. This feeling of not worthy, not good enough. And I really think if you can overcome that, like your whole world is going to change. So let's see what the remedy is for that feeling right there. Okay. Look at this. We have honesty is essential. To be a loving person, it is important that we speak truthfully and in a loving manner. So, because this is what is the remedy, this is the universe saying that that's not true. All those little small thoughts you have of yourself, and I don't care if, 5 different people have told you the same thing, like you're not good enough, whatever. They're only reiterating what exists inside of you, bringing your own energy back to you. So it doesn't mean what they're saying is true at all. they're just showing you what you think is the truth about you within. So you need to change your truth and realize that you are worthy, that you do matter, that you are a catch, you know. And some people could be like, no, I do. But I'm like, do you really? Do you really? Deep down in your soul, is that your primary vibration, that you are fuego and anybody would be damn lucky to be on your side? Because if that's not where you're vibing, then hello. So we've got to get there and know our value, know our worth, so that the relationship that does come in treats us like we're golden. Because we don't want just anybody we can connect to and love. We want somebody that's going to love us back just as much in return, right? So let's see, what the primary energies that you'll be dealing with in the month of May. Those super singles out there. Man, some of my cards got turned around and I don't even know what is going on. So hold on, let me get this deck in order. Okay, there we go. So let's see what's going on for you guys. Look at what was trying to jump out. Look what was just trying to jump out. Self-worth. Yes, we need to work on that. Those of you who are drawn to this first reading, whether you want to hear it or not, I really feel like that is the primary issue for you, is like knowing your value, knowing your worth, and believing it yourself inside of you, not having somebody else come in and tell you that you're worthy and you're valuable. You've got to know that first inside of you. Alright, so we have complicated. Oh, and lust. Whoa, okay. So I feel some of you maybe reaching for somebody who isn't the best for you. Like, you're single because, you don't feel that you're worthy, but it's like you are accepting situations that are beneath you because you don't know your worth and your value. So, anybody just trying to dip in and out, boy, bye. Boy, bye. So sorry. Girl, bye. Nuh-uh. Get out of here. Because as long as you accept any sort of treatment that is not worthy of you, it will continue to come into your life. And sometimes we accept certain treatments because we don't want to be alone. But you know what? It's better to know your value and your worth and be alone than to be coupled up with somebody who treats you like you're the scum on the bottom of the sewer. I'm just saying. Because I would rather be alone. Like, sometimes I get weepy and sad, but then I'm like, I see the couples fighting and stuff, and I'm just like, or I'm helping, different people work through conflict in their life regarding a relationship, and I'm just like, good God, thank God I'm single, man. Relationships are not all they're cracked up to be. There's a lot that happens in those, and when you've been out of one for a while, you kind of forget all of that, and thank God I do what I do, and I talk to so many people about their problems because I'm like, you make me okay that I'm single, because, man, that's heavy stuff, but it's worth it, right? Because being in love is such a wonderful thing. So let's pull some tarot cards here. See how the energy is going to play out for you in May. Looks like it's time for us to move on. Whatever you're waiting for, whatever you've been sticking around for, it's time to move on from that. You need to let that go, okay? Yeah, there's no more harvest. The harvest has happened. It's over. It's done with. Only one person is willing to put in any effort and work. So I feel like those of you attracted to this, it's like a very specific person you're kind of hung up on, and it's time to move on from that, because you may eventually get your way or get a commitment or whatever it is you're searching for with them. However, it's going to come at a great cost to you. See on this side how it's beautiful victory. Look on this side how there's blood on the clothing of the soldiers. This is saying, yeah, you might have a victory here, but it's going to come at a great cost because only one person is putting in the energy and effort, and it's time to move on. It's attacking your self-esteem. Yeah, it's time for a change. Okay, it is time for a change. And those of you attracted to this because it's on this side, you're really getting that. And look at this. Lastly, we end with this Queen of Cups. So you could be a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or you could have a lot of water energy in your chart. But if you don't, that's okay, because she's more giving you a message, all right? She's telling you that, listen, you've got to filter through all the, lower vibrating negative emotions that exist inside of you around love and romance. You have to transmute that energy. You have to forgive. You have to turn it into unconditional love and allow yourself to rise above so that you can move on. Because this particular queen, she's just fine on her own. She is okay being single by herself. In fact, she prefers that. Okay, she prefers that. So some of you, I think, need to just really come into a place of acceptance of being single and not look at it as a curse or a bad karma or anything's wrong with you. I really think you being single is giving you the opportunity to work out these deep-rooted emotions about your self-worth, and realizing that you don't need to sacrifice who you are or change who you are to please anybody. It's not worth that. It's not. Love doesn't have to come at a price like that. So, allow the healing. In the month of May, allow the healing. I'm not seeing, we have new romance on the horizon for May. What I see here is allow the healing in. So, let's pull an advice card for you guys. And then I'm going to do a little 6-month outlook to see, do we got anything coming up in the next 6 months for love and romance? Alright, so creativity. Yeah, this is really saying it's time to come back to life and focus on yourself. Be creative with yourself. All the ways you spoil, flatter the one you love. It's time for you to bestow all that energy 100% on you and treat you like you treat a lover, and love on yourself that way, and watch the way that, that really changes things and moves mountains for you guys, alright? I'm just saying, put all that energy and effort into yourself and walk away from anybody that dips in and out and won't give you any sort of commitment because, the cost is too great. So let's pull some cards to take a look at, the next 6 months. What month between June through December do we have for love? What's the highest potential for those who were most attracted to the first reading? Alright, so this is representing June, which is the High Priestess in this position. So I feel like those of you who really took the advice of this reading and do the work in May, this means by June, there's something that could show up, or by June, you're in a whole new perspective and you might not even be interested in getting locked down with anybody anymore, okay? July, this is, maybe somebody is trying to control you, manipulate you, and have you go along with their program. I would say, hell no, I won't go. Boy, bye. Because then we come here to August, and it's the same thing. Here's somebody, I'm trying to control you and have my way. I'm going to act like I'm helping you out and doing you all these favors, but it's really because I'm trying to gain control over you. I feel like this is a very specific person, maybe somebody you've been dealing with, that really just tries to control you and own you. And then here's so we have June, July, August. Here is September, and you are either completely like, bye, I'm not dealing with you anymore, or maybe in September you're just kind of like, Here is October. This actually is the King of Cups, so this could be somebody coming in October as a new romance. It looks fun. Energies are balanced. Emotions are balanced. Here is November. Oh, look at this. We're at a dilemma. I'm not sure what to do. Which way do I go? You know, it could be because of this. But lastly, here's December, where we have this Emperor. So what I see here is October, December. In between is November, and we're confused. So I would say by the end of the year, those of you who are attracted to this, it's like there's two really strong, viable options of love for you. And man, sorry, my guinea pigs woke up in like the foulest mood today, and they're being mean to each other right now. So if you hear that, I'm sorry. I don't know what their deal is. I've never in my life seen them behave like this towards each other. But anyways, end of December, or end of the year, October through December, I feel like you guys have a couple of options on the horizon, actually. So for this particular reading, that is what I have for you. I hope that you have found this helpful, and I am wishing you guys a very beautiful May. Take care. Alright, so for those of you who were most attracted to reading 2, let's see. Okay, so this is the primary emotion that is standing between you and romance. So we have disgusted, revolted, nauseated, repelled. What this tells me is either what you've been through in regards to love and romance, or just the dating scene in general, like you're just over it. Like really over it, to the point where you don't even recognize that it's impacted your vibration around love and romance to a very great degree. So we need to work on how we really feel inside about love and romance, because if you're like, oh, everybody's just a piece of crap, out for themselves, blah blah blah, well, that's all that you are opening yourself up to attract in, because that's all you're focused on. So for those of you attracted to the second reading, we need to really work on this energy right here. So let's see what the remedy is for that. Stop it, girl. Why are you doing that? I'm sorry, guys. I hope that noise is not annoying you. I do not know what her deal is. She just woke up on the wrong side of the cage this morning, I guess. I don't know. Alright. Here is the remedy. Express love through gifts. Giving small token to someone expresses your love for them. So this here, I really feel, is the universe saying that it's time that we focus more on, you know, the lovely, sweet experiences that... Stop it. Enough. Enough. I'm sorry, guys. Enough. They just get in each other's face and I don't think I'm going to be able to shut them up. I'm sorry. So anyways, this is telling me where you need to really focus on when things were working out in the past, when, you know, people did love you, when people did shower you with romance and all of that. But more to the point, also, with this, are you somebody who just gives way too much? Because if you're somebody, when you're in love, you know, you'll do anything and everything for the one you love, you might need to rethink that. Because being that open and vulnerable to the one you love is putting you in this position, okay? Because it's human nature to take advantage and take for granted. So make sure that you're not giving too much too soon, and that, always be your authentic self, but don't give too much before you really know the other person. See how they are. Are they selfish or are they very giving? Okay, so also with this, some of you might just feel like people try to buy you, or, there's only people out there that want what you have when it comes to romance. So we need to focus on the positive, the good experiences that you have had in regards to romance, okay? Because we've got to balance this energy and not think that all romance is just garbage and trash, okay? So let's see here. Yeah, we have differences that just had to flop out. So here's this. Then beauty. Wow, yeah, look at that. If that's not a confirmation of this exact energy, it's saying to you, listen, there is no perfect fit and match for anybody. We are all made so differently, different strokes for different folks, right? And just because you and somebody are very different in belief system, it doesn't matter, does not mean that you're incompatible. It just, you need to focus on what is beautiful inside of you, what is beautiful inside of other people, and know that your differences are beautiful. It's not something to be working against or something that needs to be corrected. What is different about you and another person is what makes you guys beautiful, is what creates that chemistry and those fireworks and all of that energy when you come together. It's not your similarities, okay? That's energy that flows. That's boring. I don't care what anybody says. I want a perfect love where we always... No, you don't. Because guess what? Those relationships, that's where people cheat, okay? It's the opposition, it's the difference, it's the forces coming together that create the spark, that create the energy, that create the lightning, the fireworks, the magic. Stop pushing against it and recognize it for what it is. Too much opposition could be where it's a toxic relationship, right? Okay, we have to have moderation. We have to understand boundary and limit. But this is saying, listen, all aspects to a relationship, the good, the bad, the fighting, the getting along, the being there for each other, the betraying of each other, the hurting of each other, letting each other down, disappointments, building each other up, being strong, being in love, passion. The whole enchilada is what you need to look at and see the beauty of the entire experience and honor the entire experience, okay? Because I just feel your vibration is a bit out of whack. Like you may have been really hurt or just really taken advantage of, and you're focused more on that aspect than what was beautiful. Because, I don't care. You can never say you regret somebody, because at some point, you did not want anybody but that person. Like, that's everything you wanted in this world. And the universe handed that to you. Just because it didn't work out the way that you had hoped doesn't mean screw the universe, screw love, blah, blah, blah. It's just, you said, universe, I want that. I don't care if it's good or bad for me. That's what I want. And the universe was like, okay, here you go. Enjoy. Let me know if that gives you heartburn. So you have to gain a perspective about yourself and your own energy, your own vibration, and realize that yes, the universe will hand us things that are not in our best interest if we are asking for it. And instead of feeling angry and hateful and spiteful about the fact that you chose something that left a really bad taste in your mouth and upset your tummy and gave you the runs for like 2 freaking weeks, you've got to say, maybe I need to slow down and stop always reaching for what I think is best for me, and maybe start including the universe in this and say, universe, take me to my highest good, my ultimate happiness, okay? And Not focus on the negative. We've got to get in a more positive vibe, okay? So let's pull some tarot to see how this energy plays out for the month, okay? So we have the King of Cups here, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Could be you, could be, the person that you're thinking about, that you're feeling bitter. But this is saying, listen, it's time to relax. It's time to have more fun. It's one thing to be very wise and cautious and logical, but we need to soften our energy. We need to become more playful. We need to have more fun, all right? Even if we're not sure that we want to do that or how to do that or whatever, we need to do that in the month of May, okay? It's really time to stop and smell the roses and, honor the whole experience of everything, the good and the bad of it, and not try to push against it. Yeah, because now we have this Page of Wands, so this is fire energy, Leo, Sag, Aries. And this is, the phoenix out of the ashes. This is coming into an entirely new perspective. So I think that means for you guys, okay? It's like if you listen to this reading and you're like, all right, you own yourself. You come into this energy right here where we're not confused anymore. We know what we want. We're revitalized. We have a new zest for our path forward for romance. We're ready to atone for any transgression of our own in the past. We're ready to forgive anybody who has, a transgression against us. This is like energy balance right here, the karma card. We let it go. It doesn't matter what happened in the past. I'm ready to move forward into a beautiful future. And to me, this is telling me a couple of things. There's either like two people that you are kind of trying to get to notice you, or there are two people trying to get you to notice them, but you don't even see them because you're so caught up in this energy of being disgusted with, love and romance in general and nothing working out for you and people blah, 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 right? We've already gone through all of that. So I feel like there are some opportunities that are there for you. There's people that are noticing you. Some of you know who these people are and you're like, oh, no. No, it is never going to happen in a million years. They disgust me. Don't focus on that. You don't have to be with them, obviously, because you're not feeling them, but be grateful that they're interested, even if you're not interested back, okay? So let's pull some. Oh, there we go. This is the same advice I think that the first reading got. This is saying, actually, no, I take that back. This is advice that came from Case of the X. My bad. This is saying it's time to focus on the beauty, focus on the positive, nurture yourself, nurture your soul, nurture your heart, nurture your thoughts. We've got a shift here, rise up out of the ashes, balance the energy, and then people are going to notice you, okay? You're much more approachable when you're this beautiful maiden in the middle of a berry-filled forest, playing your flute, just dancing and frolicking about, right? Think of that energy. And then look at this guy, where he's like gross and yuck and look at that, and I'm complaining and I'm hateful and this sucks and boo hiss, and it's just different energy, right? So even if you have good reason to be like boo hiss, In May, it's the perfect month to turn all of that around and decide that, you're going to come into a much more positive frame of mind in regards to love and romance, because I feel like that's going to change everything for you. So I'm going to pull 6 cards. Or actually, I'm sorry, not 6 cards. I'm going to pull cards for the next 6 months for you guys, just to see, between now and, so for June to December, since we're just looking at May, from June to December, go ahead and put that one out, because that's 6, and that's, to me, June, because June is the 6th month. Which month is most likely for new romance to show up for you super single out there that we're most attracted to this second reading? Alright, so in June, there definitely could be an opportunity with this card, but I feel this is more like you are finally on point. All your energy is on point and things are starting to really work out for you. And then here we have July, which we have some earth energy. Alright, so this could definitely be somebody coming in, a new opportunity, would be a very nice opportunity, somebody who's very well-to-do, has their crap together, can help a lot of people, may be a tad bit selfish, but, overall they got their crap together. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn with this energy, or this is your energy and saying by July, you all good, you've got it together. Here is August. For others of you, definitely something coming in August. This is the Ace of Wands on this side. This is, something coming in quick, sudden. It's exciting, it's passionate, it's creative. We're having a good time. So August looks like the month where, we might be getting some intimacy if we haven't been having any physical intimacy. Wow, because now look at here, September, we have some fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sag. Now this particular person, you've got to be careful with this energy because they are like this horse, they're a unicorn. They are free spirited, you cannot tie them down, you cannot try to hold them down. They fall in love really quick, but just as quickly they can fall out of love and move on and disappear. Now, when this particular energy is truly in love, you won't have to try to keep them. You won't be able to get rid of them because they'll just be so in love with you, that they don't want to go anywhere. So, July, August, and September, there could be 3 new opportunities, or this is just a romance that's building, okay? So, because here's October. So, October, I feel like we're really working hard. You're either working hard on self-improvement, or now we're in a relationship and we're working towards that. Or, in October, here comes this new romantic opportunity in the workplace. Because now here we have November, and yeah, this is the 3 of Wands. So, to me, I say there's 3. This could be 4. I feel like by November, you are picking and choosing who you want to be with. And with this card, it says, listen, you pick one and you go with your whole heart and soul, and you'll be guaranteed success, okay? And then in December, look at this. So this could be yet another opportunity because we have this Knight of Cups. So that would be Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What I feel is this could be another opportunity aside from these, okay? Or this is finally where one of these opportunities is solidifying and we're getting committed. So by the end of the year, definitely I see romance for you guys, okay? Definitely. I see romance all year long, but something very significant by the end of the year where somebody is offering you their true and honest cup of love and emotion and asking you to join them equally in that venture. That's probably, one of the better cards to get is for love and romance to end the year. So those of you who are single right now in May, I just feel like you have some work to do in your own vibration, and we already talked about all that, but lots of opportunities for romance showing up for you guys for the remainder of the year, my God. So that's what I have for you guys. I'm wishing you all the best. Take care. Alright, so for those of you that were most drawn to the third reading, this is going to be the one emotion that stands in between you and romance. So this is the one emotion inside of you that you need to work on vibrationally, energetically, to help open up the door for romance to come into your life, okay? And what we have here is panicky, terrified, petrified, anxious. So you have a lot of really anxious and nervous energy when it comes to romance and dating in general. You may be aware of it or not, but to me, this is like our energy is anything but grounded and balanced and stable and secure when it comes to love. And you've got to be strong in yourself in order to attract the kind of love that we all want, right? Because if this is your energy, you can only align with other energies that are similar to this, and you don't want that. And so sometimes we're single for a really long time because this is our energy and we're not aware of it, and the universe knows, the only thing you can align with is something similar to you, which will create even a worse situation for yourself, so nothing comes at all. So this right here, that nervous energy, some of you might just be feeling like, oh my God, time's running out for me, I'm too old, or, this, that, and the other, and you don't need to feel that way. Like, we really need to soften that energy. So let's see what the remedy is for you guys with that. Well, that's too many. So we know that your remedy exists in one of these cards. So I feel like it's this one right here. Maybe these two actually, because they both wanted to come. So we have practice compassion, see things from a different perspective, and take a chance on love. When we start to love, our lives are changed forever. So the universe is saying to you, it's time to soften your energy. You need to be compassionate to yourself and the choices and partner that you've made in the past. You also need to have more compassion for those who did do you wrong, because this says you need to see things from a different perspective. So allowing your beliefs to shift about who you've been with and why things happened the way that they did and why you're single right now is going to move mountains for you, okay? And this is really telling you, listen, you don't believe in love as much as you think you do. You don't. And that's why it's not coming in. You've got to be willing to take a chance. And the only way you'll be able to take a chance is if you heal what happened to you in the past. Okay, so big time for you guys is healing energy. Like, you've got to heal something that happened in the past so that you can believe in, love and magic again, and allow yourself to see things from a different vantage point and perspective. So let's draw some more cards to get deeper clarity on that. Yeah, look at this. We have fragment. So your energy is incredibly scattered. This is card 15. This is card 15. So seeing things from a different perspective is really highlighted for you guys. Your energy is very scattered and splintered, which does not help you, okay? It makes things much more difficult. And with Grove here, this tells me that you need some serious healing, okay? Now, this might be that you've been waiting for an apology from somebody, from things that happened in the past. And, that may never come. So it's time to let that go, let the past go. Whatever happened there, allow yourself to heal. And sometimes people leave the most wretched comments when I'm talking about that. I'm tired of healing. I'm tired of and I told my guides they could go F themselves. And I'm like, with an attitude and energy like that, you have questions about why stuff isn't working for you. Like, yes, everybody is justified in what they're feeling, and I always say that. You've got to be true to what you're feeling. But it doesn't mean that you are seeing everything as it is. It doesn't mean that feeling that way is going to serve you and change anything for the better. It's just, we've all got to put on our big girl panties or our big boy boxers and say, okay, I've been feeling bad about this long enough. It's time for me to get up. It's time for me to do what I need to do to heal myself, to restore my wholeness, because I'm very splintered right now. I'm very fragmented. I have a lot of energetic wounds I need to tend, and I need to allow the healing to take place. I need to allow my perspective to shift about where I've been and what I've been through, because if I do not do these things, I'm never going to be able to bring myself into this right here to take a chance on love and actually fall in love again. Okay? So you can be angry and wretched and say all the nasty things you want, but you're only holding yourself apart from what you're trying to achieve. You're not affecting anybody else but you. So you might think by saying all those things like you're making some declaration, but it's pretty much all you're saying is, I'm self-sabotaging because I'm angry, and that's my choice. And that is your choice if that's what you want to do. But you cannot blame the universe or anybody else for that choice that you're making. Okay, you have to take responsibility. And if that's your stance, then don't expect love to come. Okay, don't. Or anything decent, because that's the stance you've taken, and the universe isn't going to prove you wrong. Okay, it's not. It's your vibration is what dictates what you experience. So this is really bringing that home and saying it's time to allow the healing. It's time to let the past go, and let yourself move forward and move ahead. So let's see what the energies look like for you guys in the month of May. Okay. So we have the Magician in this position. Yeah, this right here is telling me once you get your energy all back together, you're going to be fuego. You got everything you need. You got everything you need. It's just getting yourself back together and letting go of, what really hurt you. Allowing the universe to give you healing. And understanding there are some things that you just can't know. You just can't understand right now, and it's okay to move forward. You've just got to accept that is how life is, okay? And some people are just haters and fighters, and they don't feel emotion, and they're not going to express themselves. This is air energy right here. It could be Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But in this position, this is somebody who's really mean and nasty and doesn't have your best interest, and, is not in tune with their emotions, and wants to fight and argue and control. It can even be abusive. So, I just feel that many of you, this is the energy that you encountered, and that's what put you in this position. And this is the universe saying, listen, you need to allow the healing to take place, even if you don't understand how you got there or why XYZ happened. The universe is like, that's hanging you up. Let it go for now. Just let it go. It is what it is, okay? You'll know in the future, because you have what it takes for happiness. It is truly time to let go of the past and move on. It's not serving you to obsess or dwell there or with what happened or feeling bad. Like, it's not helping. It's time that we move on. We move on from this horrible energy And in doing that, now we're in this position. We've elevated ourselves. We've healed ourselves. We're in a great understanding, and things are much better. So seriously, if you work on your healing this month, and I'm sorry if you hear that, that's my guinea pig. The two of them are just being so horrible to each other today. I have no idea. I've never seen them behave like this. I'm sorry if she's loud. Let's pull you guys some advice. I have to move them in another room before I do like the full-on love readings. My God, they're being such bad girls. Okay, here is your advice. This is the divine light. This is really saying, hey, allow the healing to come in. And I just feel like keep feeling Capricorn through this whole reading. I don't know why. So if you're a Capricorn, big time message for you if you were drawn to this, or if it's a Capricorn person that really jacked you over, let them go, honey. Let them go. Girl, bye. Boy, bye. You are not worth my time. You suck. Anyways, this is saying there's great healing being offered to you by Spirit, and you've just got to let it in, and you've got to not be angry at the universe for everything that's happened to you. You know, you chose to ride the karmic wheel, okay? You chose that as a soul to come, incarnate, and ride the wheel. And you were always promised that if it got too hard, it got too painful, it got too tough, there would be this healing light for you. So move into the light in the month of May. Allow the healing to come in, you know, because I feel like those of you that were really attracted to this, that's what the universe is saying. It's like, no, we really need to heal the past and let it go. It's time to move on, even though we don't understand. Okay, so I'm gonna pull some cards to look at, you know, what's most likely when romance is gonna come into your world over the rest of the year. So I'll pull a card for each month from June to December to see, you know, which month holds the most potential for a new romance to show up in your life. So in June, we have second chances here. So there might be somebody coming back around in June for a second chance. Because interesting enough, here we have July, which from this perspective, this is the death card. And on this side, you know, it's over. But on this side, this is death's perspective. And death is deciding, hey, you know what? There might be another opportunity and another go-round for the two of you. You may do better in the future. Okay, so we have second chance. But then here in August, you know, we have the Three of Swords in this position. In this position, you know, this to me is more like old energy that we're thinking about for some reason. So in August, you might be... Well, I'm not surprised because at the end of July through August, we have the other side of eclipse season. So I feel like that's probably what this is about, like the completing of that energy in that cycle where you are really deciding to let all of the hurt and pain of the past just go. Like, you're like, you know what? Done. Over it. Wow, because look at this. Here is the next card. So this is September. In September, we're happy, we're having a good time, we're celebrating. So I feel like it's June or July, and then in August or September, you could be in a relationship, you know, because of these opportunities, but you're focused on more like healing the past, and now here we are celebrating and we're happy. And then here is October. You're feeling concerned, you're worrying for some reason there. And then here is November, where we have the Tower this way, and then here we have December. So listen, by the end of the year, you see the light at the end of the tunnel. I mean, look at how similar these two images appear. Okay, just the swords and the light, and then the pillars and the light. So by the end of the year, you're happy. Okay, in November, to me, the tower coming through on this side, it's like by November, you're gonna understand everything. Everything that has you hung up right now that you can't figure out, that I'm like, just let it go for now. By November, you're going to have it figured out. You're going to know. It's not going to be a mystery anymore. It's not going to be a secret anymore, okay? So honestly, as far as like new love opportunities coming in for you guys, I see that more in like June and July. And then August, September, October, and November is more like a period of review about where you've been and everything that happened that led you to where you are now. And I feel like if you are with somebody, it's like you're grateful for where you are now and that nothing else worked out before, because by the end of the year, the dark night of the soul is over and you are finally seeing like light at the end of the tunnel. So, opportunities could come in, definitely second chances with people you already know, people you've already been with. I would say since June, July, August, September is probably your happiest month. In regards to romance, like that's the best month of the rest of the year. Not to say that the other months won't be good, but that month just looks like it's, total fire, just awesome. You're enjoying yourself. Everything's on point. October, we're a little worried. In November, everything finally makes sense. And then December, we're looking forward to the new year, and our faith and hope has been restored and all is well. So those are the messages that I have for those of you who were attracted to this particular reading. I hope that this was helpful, and I will be bringing you the same style for